Okay, what if I told you that things that we assume is just a part of aging really isn't, and that it is just your body letting you know that something isn't working right? Started my day off with 16 ounces of lemon water, then I took my B12, and then I took my liposomal C. And after that, it was on to making my 32 ounces of celery juice. For breakfast this morning, I'm making the smoothie that I've been having that helps me to get rid of heavy metals in my body. It is a smoothie made with 1 banana, wild blueberries, raspberries, barley grass juice powder, dulse flakes, some raw honey, and juice from half of a lime. Hey guys, how is everyone doing? Welcome back if you have been watching all my videos. Just finished making one of my smoothies, so pardon me while I take a drink. So good. But now I'll probably have wild blueberries stuck between my teeth. But anyway, so today I kind of was thinking about sharing a thought that is kind of mind-blowing, because this is something that I have realized since starting this whole medical medium journey. And one of the things that I realized that I wish I was more aware earlier in life was that all the things that people sort of clump into the category of signs of aging really isn't. All those signs that I was feeling that I passed on as just a part of aging was actually my body letting me know that, hey, you're not well, something's not working, this isn't working. And like, let me just share my experiences. Like, one of them was growing up as a child. I totally thought that this one isn't a sign of aging, but this is how symptoms were misleading as considered normal. That's what I mean. Like, so there's a lot of signs that our body lets us know that it's not functioning right, but we pass it off as normal. So when I was a child, I was always tired, and like, my family would just tell me, oh, you're just lazy. And so I grew up thinking that I was just a lazy child. Like, I didn't understand. I just thought, oh, it must be my eczema, it makes me tired, or you're just a lazy person. Actually, I didn't even think it was my eczema. I just thought that I was a lazy person because I had always had no energy. I didn't feel like my sisters or friends who were always like, oh, let's go do this, let's go play this, let's go do that. But anything that had to do with physical activity, I just did not feel like doing. And I was like this my whole entire life. So grew up thinking that I was lazy. Then in college, you discover, this is when Starbucks came about, and coffee was the whole new craze. It was the cool thing to do, right? It was to drink coffee. And so I started drinking coffee, and that caffeine was like a miracle saver. I felt like I could function, like I felt normal, like I had energy, I could do things, and I'm like, okay, I fixed my problem. And then I started drinking energy drinks, and then I started taking energy supplements, things, and I could function like a normal person, or I felt like I could function like a normal person. Like, I could go to the gym now, I could go throughout the day and not be tired, all those kind of things. Just do normal things without feeling tired. And I passed that all off as just a part of me. And what I realized after finding the medical medium and reading about symptoms and understanding what my body was telling me, I actually was dealing with chronic fatigue. My sluggish liver probably contributed to it. The fatigue of probably a little bit of my adrenal glands not working properly and not supplying my body with the right amount of glucose, mineral salts, and potassium. And just, dealing with a little bit of the virus. There was all kinds of things. And so, and I'm referring to a little bit of the Epstein Barr Virus. And so there was like all sorts of things that I didn't know my body was fighting so much to heal. And a lot of energy was put into organs not working properly. And so I didn't have the energy as well from that too. So not only was I dealing with just fatigue as far as, one of the symptoms, it was just my body was just not having it. And so that really got to me. And then I started looking back at all my other symptoms that I was experiencing. And hair loss. I just thought that was a part of aging. What else? Oh, I had dark circles under my eyes. Totally thought that was a part of aging. I began to have pain every time I got up, first thing in the morning. If I first stepped onto the floor, I would have painful feet. My feet would hurt, and I just totally thought that was a part of aging. And so I categorized, I started to get more allergies. Seasonal allergies would be a lot more intense. The fingernails would start to be more brittle. And all those kinds of things. And I totally categorized because people just said, oh, well, that comes with age. Pain in my neck, pain in my shoulder, unexplained symptoms. That's all a part of aging. They just push it into aging. But that's so not true. A lot of those signs of aging happen later in your year because we need to do things like take care of our liver. That's a huge one. I know I keep speaking about it because I'm going to drill it in everyone's head. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to keep talking about it as I'm doing this no fat. But taking care of your liver is a huge, huge part of removing all those aches and pains and symptoms. It's part of it. It's not the whole thing, but it is a huge part of it. Because your liver is cleaning out your blood before it reaches all your organs. And if that blood is not clean, all the organs are not going to function well. So once you're fueling your organs with clean blood, everything else can work 10 times better or work at cleaning itself. So that's why I keep talking about the liver and how important it is. And that's the reason why I'm removing fat, is because my liver is sluggish and overburdened and fatty. And so it's not working properly. You can be totally fine. Some people have no problem with the liver as far as they can tolerate more fat than other people. And that's great. That's totally good. But, of course you still want to be mindful of how much fat you take. But some people are on the other spectrum like me. And for myself, if you are dealing with a lot of issues and a sluggish liver and a fatty one, an overburdened one, you're going to want to lower your fat consumption by a lot, or even to none at some times. It's just to help your liver out. It's just going to give it a little break so that it can start cleaning out its filter and start filtering everything else better. And that's what I kind of wanted to share. So don't pass off symptoms and ailments as signs of aging, because a lot of times it's not a sign of aging. It's just your body is letting you know that something isn't right. And taking care of your body now before even feeling a symptom could prevent you from ever feeling those symptoms of aging or signs of aging. You might be in such a way better place. So that is my whole thing of how I don't want you to think signs of aging means just that, because I think we way too often categorize our symptoms as we age into that category and then just kind of brush it off and don't do anything about it. And that's just a terrible whirlwind of downward spiral that I wouldn't want anyone to go down, because I want everyone to have a healthy life and to enjoy their life, no matter how long it's supposed to be, like how long we're supposed to be here. I just want to make sure that you have the best life possible, and that's what I'm fighting for. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I feel 10 times better even just doing the no fat right now, and I'm gonna incorporate fat back in after this. So this is not forever, but I just thought I've done it for, I've lowered fat in my diet, but I've never taken it out completely. And I'm just so curious to see how this makes a huge difference on the way I feel, and how it's going to change my healing and take my healing to a whole nother level. And right now I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. It's still, in that stage where it's uncomfortable, it's challenging. I get to those moments. And those moments usually happen when something stressful is happening. Like I emotionally want to go and eat something that I remember. But other than that, it's wonderful. I'm like, my body feels like it's working, and I can't wait to even get to finishing 2 months of doing this, and then seeing how, at that point, how my body has changed, and seeing how it all works. I'm so curious. But I hope that kind of gives you a little insight on things, and maybe it will help you reflect on yourself and see, hey, maybe those aren't signs of aging, and they really are just symptoms to let you know that something isn't working right. For lunch today, it's that easy, simple meal that I love, which is just half of a watermelon. For dinner, it's another simple deconstructed salad. So I just have over a bed of lettuce, some Persian cucumbers, some grape tomatoes, sliced up portobello mushrooms, and some steamed gold potatoes, all paired with my honey mustard dressing. That's it for today, you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow.